Hello, welcome to today's class act, 10 minutes that can change your life with Louise Marc. Thank you so much for you joining me. I appreciate you taking time out. Listen, our topic today, have you heard it stated, think before you speak? I know, I've heard it. And then you wonder sometimes when somebody says something, did they thought that through before they said that? Well, the topic is think before you speak. It is so important to think before you speak. Sometimes my mouth I'll speak for me. Every once in a while, my mouth may say something, be like, Louise, you said that? Oh, no, you didn't mean to say that. And you know what? Now you're apologizing and it's too late because you released those words out your mouth that you cannot take back. And you have to be so careful before you say what you say when you say it. You have to think it through before you say it, before you release those words. There's no competition or no race to respond to a question, or if you are in a crowd or you're talking amongst friends, you don't need to be the first one to answer. Pause. Think about it before you answer a question. Well, let me speak for me. I do not rush to answer a question. I consider the response of the question before I respond to the question. I hear the question and then I think through it. If allowed time, I take the time and then I respond. There is no competition. There's not a race set for, let me be the first one to answer it. Now you have game shows where the first one who answers or hit the buzzer, like Family Feud and different games where people rush to give their response. But there are times you are commenting on something or you're talking to a friend and you say the wrong thing, you can't take it back. My old pastor, he's not old, but he used to say, he says, you know, when you say one wrong word, it would take 20 words to arrest that word you released out your mouth. But guess what? That one word, you can send 1,000 words behind it. You still couldn't arrest it because the damage was done by the word you released. So you have to process through the words you release out your mouth, because you can change of course, your environment, your atmosphere, but you can impact a person's life by what you say to them, especially a child. You know the old saying, they did surveys years ago, or they did tests, and they said certain things to a group of children, and they said certain things to another group of children, and the children literally conform to what they heard. It is so important. We know words are powerful. I'm big on words, and those of you who know me know I am careful the words I use. Certain words I have given an honorable discharge from my vocabulary. I will not use them. And I know I have close friends of mine, and they would say to me, oh, I know you don't use that word and you don't use this word. No, I choose carefully the words to use. I have conditioned myself to purposely not use certain words. And that's what I choose to do. But thinking before you speak, you don't want to offend someone that may be feeling a certain type of way, and you may not know how someone is feeling. But we just have to be careful how we talk to other people. Don't judge people. Be careful how you interpret. Someone may be saying something that is not saying something, or you misunderstood someone words that maybe they weren't even for you. And sometimes you're misunderstood the way you respond to someone's question. And sometimes people hide behind what they're saying. They go around the world to say what they are saying to you, and that's a form of communication. I touched on that before. But this is think before you speak. You don't want to damage someone's life, someone's future. I said a child, someone's character, because even character assassination is not good either. People saying things about people, and you can't take that back. You cannot take it back. So you have to be so careful what you say when you say it. Why are you saying it? Did you think through before you use the words you use? You damage people. You can't take it back. How you say it, the delivery of how you say it, the tone of how you say it, the body language, all of that. I know it kind of falls under communication, but thinking before you release your words out of your mouth so you don't set a fire. It's like calling fire in a crowded, they say in a crowded movie theater. Don't do that. Do not do that. I'm not saying that. But be careful to think through your words before you damage someone's character, someone's life. Be careful. You don't want to, one word may cause somebody to go and hurt themselves. But one word also may restore a life. You may be ministering, or that's what's in me, right? You speaking to someone, speak to them in love. You don't know where they're at, what they're dealing with in their life. And you could be that person that restore them by the words you encourage someone with. So it is just so important to think before you speak. And if you're a harsh person who say things mean to people, people are not going, they'll see you coming and, oh, here with that person, you know how they talk. No, everything you say is not always funny. You could be damaging someone's character or saying something hurtful. And if you're in an audience of an individual and they're talking down and mislittling people, that's not kind either. It's as if you're agreeing with what they're doing. And sometimes your friendship with someone who is degrading someone, listen, you're starting to associate with that individual. And what's the old saying? They would say birds of a feather flock together. Be careful when people are using colorful language. And you know what colorful language is. If it's degrading, demoralizing, mistreating, talking down, listen, that's not nice. Think through what you're saying before you say it. Your associations, your friendships. And there are times saying the wrong thing, even amongst friends, can ruin a friendship. I had two great friendships change because of what was said. And it changed our friendship. It did. It literally changed wonderful friendships of mine. And I would tell people, you know, when you lost me as a friend, you really lost a great friend, because I try to be a friend to others that I would want to be to myself. So I'm careful. At least I try to be very careful not to offend people. I do my very best. And if I have offended you, saying the wrong thing to you, I'm sorry. I could just say that right now on camera. I am sorry. It was not intentional. So we have to be intentional about what we say when we say it. Think through what it is you're going to say. Think your words through. Be very careful. What you say could save a life, could restore a life, could change someone's future, okay, to make it brighter. And that's what you want to do. We want to color the world with love. Okay, that's what's important. Color the world with love. Love it forward. Love on people. Encourage people. Okay, that's what you should do with your words. Think through them before you release them, because once it's out, you cannot get it back. You just can't. Okay, so I hope you have been encouraged and been enlightened or empowered by the words I've shared with you. Think before you speak. It is so, so, so important. Again, thank you for spending time with me. 10 minutes that can change your life with Louise Marc. You should know my contacts by now, but just in case, inbox me, leave a comment. I will respond at my earliest convenience. My YouTube channel is The Royal Class, Louise Marc. Facebook, I'm an IG. I have to set that up. Forgive me. But just in case, a little humor. Humor is great. I enjoy humor. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.